Hey y'all, it's your girl Meesh, and welcome to a new year of the episode Love Meesh podcast, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. So welcome to my world, and let the conversation continue. So now I'm going to do the 42 commandments of Muahhh and the 42 ideals of Muahhh. So I have the link below, but Muahhh is designed to avert chaos, which is a sefet, and maintain truth, which is Muahhh. Muahhh is the daughter of God. She represents the truth and justice with her feather on her head, the law that ruled the life of ancient Kemet. And they had put that they were black. The heart must be lighter than the feather, and the 42 commandments must have been applied. Now, I was watching this TV show called American Gods, and on one episode, one of the people died, and the angel of death came and got him. I want to say Horus, I could be wrong. And they were like climbing this ladder, and they were in Egypt somewhere. It was a desert, and you saw the pyramids in the background. And he reached, I think it was a lady, and grabbed her heart. Yep, it was, 'cause she was cooking when she died. And she was still alive when he pulled it out, but he put it on the scale, and there was sure enough, there was a feather, and her heart went on the other side. And she had to stand in front of 3 doors and choose her destiny or her path. And so, even when I was a Christian and I wasn't dabbling in other cultures, I remember hearing, your heart has to be light as a feather. And I think that's why forgiveness is important too, because I think our emotions can weigh us down. When you're mad, that's affecting your body. You're heavy. When I'm on my phone calls and my customers aggravate me, and it makes me feel so much better, like getting some of that weight off of me, And, when you're arguing, you're just so upset. And then when you make peace with someone or the situation, you just feel so much lighter, so much better, like that burden is gone. Also, I just finished a book called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. And it always starts with telling you how the person dies. So you know this person is dead when you're reading the book, because it's the 5 people that you meet in heaven. And I'm actually listening to the audio book right now called The 5 Other People You Meet in Heaven. And I've given that book to my mom to read. Like, I'm such a sharer, y'all. I just don't share on this podcast. I read the book. I got the knowledge and the tools. I gave it to my mom. If she gives it back, I'm going to have it on my bookshelf. If not, I'll buy it again. Like, I'm just such a sharer. Like, I learned so much in that. Even if I were to tell her the story like I'm telling you, it doesn't do justice. You have to read the stuff on your own, which is why I give y'all the links, because you have to research and study on your own too, because you can get more out of it than what I could possibly give you. But he was so angry with his life. He just felt like he didn't do anything, this, that, the other. The main character that died, and he wasn't in heaven, so to speak. But I want to say it was midway, because he had to make peace with his life. So they explained the book that you live your life in earth, and you kind of don't understand. And when you get to that place, you get to understand what your life journey was about. So if he had an argument with his dad, in the midway place, heaven, he can understand a little bit more about his dad's life, and maybe why he made the choices he made, and maybe why he was hard on him. And it just helps him understand, not to say that his dad always beating him or hitting on him was right, but something about understanding, you guys. It's almost like giving somebody a pass. Like, if a 2-year-old colors on the wall, okay, no, we need to get you not to do this no more. But a 50-year-old color on the wall, what the hell are you doing? But a 21 could color on the wall and can be, mentally disabled, and he's going to still get a pass like a 2-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So with him understanding his dad a little bit more, didn't make what he did right. It just was a softer blow. He understood a little bit more. He had compassion for him. He almost had empathy. He almost felt sorry for his dad. You know what I mean? So he goes on to meet the other 4 people. And if you have a chance, you don't have to read. Like, there's internet, you guys. There's audio books. If you have a library card, you can download this app called Overdrive Libby by Overdrive. And because your library card is on there, you can rent books for free. You can listen to audiobooks for free. Like, I am in this phase of my life where I don't want to pay for nothing, okay? I have Cody on my Xbox, free TV. I pay for internet. I'm about to get a Fire Stick for my room, but for the most part, I pay for Apple Music because it's $4.99 because I'm a student, and I pay for Netflix because I have Cody in the living room, but there's nothing in my room. But that's about it. Nobody trying to pay all of these bills. Like, I just had to learn how to cut back, put money elsewhere. And if you could get it for free, why are you paying a $200 cable bill? Why? But anyways, if you have a chance, I think that would be a really good read. It made me cry. Like, reading and learning, it's not just for enjoyment. It's to help with my life. You know what I mean? This is serious. I might not bump into these situations now, but if I do, I have tools in my toolbox that I can reach into and help me get through those situations. Like, back in the old days, parents used to sit down and talk and wisdom. They don't really do that no more. You got to go and get this wisdom on your own. It's not just handed to you. So if that had to be a book or audio book or YouTube, even those TED Talks are amazing, y'all. Knowledge is power, I feel like. And one of these eras a decade is not going to be like that. You're going to have to go back to paying. Like, this is a free era. It's going to be back to pay again. And if you don't have the money, you're just not going to have access to certain information. And so if we can learn now and be able to pass it down, we'll be okay because we got it. You can't take from me what I already know. But let me just get back to it because these are long. So 1, I have not committed iniquity, the sin against men. I have not mistreated people. I have not committed sins instead of truth. I have not tried to know what is not meant to be known, and I didn't get involved in business which are not mine. I did not hurt. I have not started my day of work by receiving a commission by people who were supposed to work under my control. I have not been corrupted, and my name did not reach the functions of leaders of workers. I did not deprive artisans from their goods. I did not commit what is abominable to God. I did not make anybody cry. I did not kill. Let me just back up. I did not make anybody cry. You have to be real careful with your walk in your life not to do that. Because sometimes, even me, I get an I don't care attitude. And if it make you cry, oh well. Sometimes it feels good, like cry. But that just goes to say, like, dang, I did not make anyone cry. That's not in the 10 Commandments, is it? That's not one of the deadly sins, is it? But that would be a very noble person. My mom then was looking at the Scrooge, and my dad was like, oh my God, you should have saw what he did because his wife needed surgery. He was like, you should have saw what he did. Now, that new Scrooge is dark and dreary. I think we were the generation of, they put all of this knowledge in little cartoons. I think these kids are so advanced now, they're skipping over the cartoons, and all of these shows are like real, like Scrooge is not no cartoon. It's like real, like, I gotta give it to you raw. I'm pretty sure he made Timmy cry and the dad and stuff like that. So that's powerful. I did not make anybody cry. Okay. I did not kill. I did not order any killings. I like that too. Because you could not kill all day and you got your right hand man, which is your hit man, doing all your dirty work. And I like that. So no, you don't kill and don't hire nobody to kill. But check this out. The military do it all the time. The president can make them soldiers go to war. So it's like you could be out of line following man. Who do you want to follow, God or man? Talk about for your country, for this, that, other. But it clearly says, I did not kill and I did not order anybody else to kill. Now, remember we just talked about in the Catholic one, when you defended your life, that situation was a little bit different. And not because you at war defending your life. Like, I'm talking about breaking and entering, like, you know, what we should have been doing as African American slaves is killing the masters for all that they did to us. I think those would have been justified killings. But that's another subject, and I still have very, very deep wounds on that subject that I have to unpack. I just feel so sorry for my ancestors and so sad Even though that's not my present day, it just makes me so sad. I have to figure that out. I don't know why I'm so emotional to it. You would think it was me, my past, my history. Okay. I did not upset anybody. So again, that's amazing. Upset. And that's so easy to do nowadays because everybody's so freaking sensitive. You might just want to walk around and be quiet with these 42 laws. But that just makes you think. I did not upset anybody. Now be careful with your words and your deeds and everything. Like, I have a lot of work to do because I'll be quick to speak my mind. It don't matter if you get upset. Did you understand what I said? And these laws is like, no. That's not how you handle that. Just forcing me to level up. And I really appreciate that. I did not upset anybody. The next one is I did not decrease the food offerings in the temples. So a lot of people, they don't have altars and stuff like that. But I actually have an altar and I have food and water on my altar. Now, in a lot of these cultures, they talk about altars and food offerings and XYZ. And I just wonder why that has went away. Like, even in the Christian church, they only do monetary offerings. But if you read the Bible, they would give sacrifices and burnt offerings of meat. And the aroma would go up to God. And it would say it was pleasing to him. But why don't they do that anymore? But I'm not burning no meat or anything because I don't even eat it. But I do give, what I eat. And I make sure I have water and sometimes wine and different food up there for... my altar is for my guardian angels, my ancestors, and God. So the next one is I did not blaspheme against the primordial gods. Now in Egypt, there are different gods. I'm still learning them. I'm still on Catholic, so I haven't crossed over to the Egyptian yet. But they do have different gods. I did not steal the patties destined to the blessed. So that reminds me about thou shalt not steal. I have not been pederast, which is homosexuality. Which that's been around for so long. I don't know. I know it's not natural or the normal way, but I don't really understand how that's hurting anybody if that's what you want to do. You're not repopulating the earth. Maybe that's why. Because God, when they were out of the garden, he did say go forth and populate. So if we're supposed to populate, you're doing things that you can't populate. I don't know. I love everybody. No judgment. I did not fornicate. Sex with a married person. I'm guilty. I did not steal in the bushel. I did not decrease the set jot. I did not falsify counts. That's good. I did not cheat on ground. I did not add weight to the scale. I did not distort the house of the scale. This sounds like somebody that's doing the money. I did not take the milk out the mouth of the little children. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I love that. I did not deprive the little livestock of its pastures. We do that all the time. We don't even give cows and chickens and stuff pastures. They're in freaking cages, overcrowded cages. I did not trap birds in the reed bed of the gods. I did not fish fishes from their lagoons. And that's even sweet because it's like a time for them to mate and stuff, I did not retain water in its season. I did not oppose a dike against flowing waters. So going against nature. I did not put out a fire in its abdor. I did not omit the days of meat offering. I did not divert the livestock from the meal offering of the god. I did not oppose myself to a god in their exit and progression. I did not blaspheme God. I did not act with violence. I have not been in a bad mood. Ooh, child. I have not been deaf to the words of truth. I have not been talkative. Wow. I did not tell lies. I did not inspire fears. I did not pollute waters. I did not offend the king. And I have not been haughty. So now I'm going to do the virtues. I went through those pretty fast. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. The virtues are: I honor virtue. I benefit with gratitude. I am peaceful. I respect the property of others. I affirm that all life is sacred. I love that, y'all. I give offerings that are genuine. Yes, from the heart. I live in truth. I regard all others with respect. I speak with sincerity. I consume only my fair share. That is so important, y'all. We are such a gluttonous nation. And then throw the food away. Some states are starting to allow, because companies can get sued for that, they do want you to throw it away, which forces people to dumpster dive. But now in some states, they are allowing them to donate to shelters and stuff like that. And that just makes my heart so happy. Because if it's going to go to waste, why not let someone eat it, People still going to buy your product. You're not missing out. And you can't do nothing with bad product anyway. You can't make money off of bad product. So if it's bad, just, give it away before it becomes real bad. Let's see. I offer words of good intent. I relate in peace. I honor animals with reverence. Indians do that really good, and I'm starting to get into that. And I've never been one for animals because I just be wanting them to do their own thing. Like, if I get a dog, I'm going to have to wake it and bathe it and all this other stuff. Like, a child gets old and leaves, but you forever doing this for this animal. I don't know. But when I look at cats, they kind of do their own thing. And some people have outside cats, so all you got to do is put the milk and the food on a porch. I probably want an animal like that. But now I'm thinking I want a yard of animals. Like, what if I donate rescue a pig and put it in the yard, or some chickens, or if I have a ranch, y'all, I could get a cow. Like, I could have my own horse. Like, I don't know. I would so love that, doing my part in rescuing animals. I'm gonna join a rescue team, y'all. I asked my mom if I go to jail if she would rescue me. I think that's a pretty good reason to say I need to get bond for my daughter. for nothing bad, but bad in the government's eyes, but not bad in humanity or God's eyes, to save an animal that's being tested and tormented, and no one speaks for them. If you guys get a chance, another book is called The Farm. I remember reading it in high school, my English class, and the animals revolted. And it actually might have been middle school, now that I think about it, middle school or high school. But I always was in advanced English classes. Well, I dropped out because they started to do, in middle school, they started to do way too much homework. And I remember one day I was reading my paper, and my handwriting sucks, if you guys didn't know. So sometimes I'm like, what did I write? It's a cross between, regular writing and cursive. So I probably should have been a doctor, like they say. But I couldn't read my handwriting. And I remember the whole class was laughing or whatever. And I was just like, fuck this shit. I wanted to get out of the class. It was like a whole bunch of snooty, uppity. Like, elementary was cool. Middle school, you start to see a lot of changes. Like, ooh, they snooty and uppity, and race started to play a part and stuff. And it was just like, get me the fuck out of here. But anyways, The Farm was about the farm animals revolting against the farmer and kicking the farmer out. Like, they had enough. And they should just turn that into a movie. A lot of these books should be movies by now. And maybe it is. Maybe I need to go look it up. I can be trusted. I care for Earth. This is beautiful. So far, the Indians talk about Earth, and the laws of Muahhh talk about Earth. So I think the Catholic and the Christian, they didn't mention nothing about Earth. Just don't kill, fornicate, and all like that. You know what I mean? Like, well, what about the most important thing? There's no Earth, there's no us. There's no trees, there's no us. You know what I mean? Those are precedent. Hello? I keep my counsel. I speak positivity of others. I remain in balance with my emotions. Ooh, child. Gotta work on that one. I need to highlight that one. I am trustful in my relationships. I hold purity and high esteem. I spread joy. I do the best I can. I communicate with compassion. I listen to opposing opinions. That's very important. Wow. Because just because you express your opinion, baby, that do not mean I have to believe you. And you just listen and say, okay, keep it moving. And I get argumentative all the time. Most likely if I think you're not understanding me, because I really don't care what your point of view is. That's your point of view. But if I say something and you're kind of twisting it and that's not really what I meant, I try to think of other ways to say it, and I start to get real passionate because I don't like being misunderstood. But I think what it is I don't know how to explain myself in multiple ways. And in order to be a great communicator, you have to be able to do that. Because my family and my close friends, they just kind of get me. Like it's a Jamisha thing. But everybody don't know Jamisha like that. So it got to be a everybody thing. So it's just challenging and something that I know that I have to work on. I create harmony. I invoke laughter. I am open to love in various forms. Oh my God. I am forgiving. I am kind. I act respectfully of others. I am accepting. I follow my inner guidance. I converse with awareness. I do good. I give blessings. Can we go back for a minute? I converse with awareness. I need to put that at my desk at work. Because I swear I'm feeling these grown people should know what I learned in training. But I have to remember that I got training and they did not. But at some point, you just pay somebody to do your taxes. You don't ever figure this out. For example, I have to file my taxes quarterly because I have a small business now. And even though I didn't make any money, I still have to file. Guess what's on my phone right now, you guys? I went to irs.gov and I printed out. I Googled, what's my deadline to file? I have until January 31st. So I'm like, good. I don't have to stress because I'm already, last minute with it. So I'm like, okay, what I need to file? I done pulled up Schedule C. I done pulled up Schedule C, profit or loss for the business. I done pulled up 8829, expenses for the business use of your home. See if I can claim that. I done pulled up 3800, general business credit. I done pulled up a 990 came up out of nowhere. Return of organization exempt from income tax. And I think I'm going to need that when I do my nonprofit. So it came up. I'm going to save it, but I don't think I need it now. And I pulled up Form 720, which is quarterly federal exercise tax return form. So this is not what I had in training, y'all. I didn't get the business training. They skipped over me for whatever reason. And so I have to learn this on my own. And it say October, because the lady, she asked me when I got so if you're not ready to file your taxes, don't get your seller's permit. Once you get your seller's permit, you got to file quarterly. So the lady was like, when you want to file your taxes? It's like, I don't know. She was like, well, let's do December. No, she was like, I'm going to put you at October. That means your taxes will be due. And she was like, well, have you sold anything? When you plan on selling, lady? I'm still trying to get everything together for production, but I didn't know. I thought, because sometimes when you get merchandise, they won't let you buy the product without your ID. So I'm like, okay, let me get everything I need so I won't hit no roadblocks on the road or whatever. But I'm going to tell everybody else I know, don't file for this until you're ready. Even though I don't have to pay taxes, I still have to file this form and say I didn't make any money. So it's a step that I could have waited for, basically. So she put me down for October, and they do it every 3 months. So that means for the month of October, November, December, on January 31st, which is my deadline, I have to file saying how much I made November, December, and what were my taxes, So I'm excited. Like, I still don't know what to do. I'm probably going to be on YouTube and everything, and on my breaks or whatever, I'm going to read. Because irs.gov is pretty neat. It gives you the form and also gives you instructions. So all you got to do is read. And worst case scenario, got to hire somebody. But I'm going to figure it out with TurboTax, because that's who I've been using. When I logged in TurboTax, they said you've been filing your taxes for 9 years. 9 years, y'all. But when these businesses get going, I do got a credit lady, so I'm good. I don't mind paying. So I'm gonna have to remember that when I be on the phone. I converse with awareness. Lord, I do good. I give blessings. I keep waters pure. I speak good intent. I praise the goddess and the God. I love how they put goddess first. I am humble. I achieve with integrity. I advance through my abilities. I think that's important. We should always be advancing in life. Your baby comes out of your womb and you hold it. And then you can put the baby on your hip. And then you can stand the baby up with hands and help it, start to take steps. Then the baby can, stand on the coffee table by itself and move off the sofa in the bed, walking with assistance. And then next thing you know, the baby could be, by itself. Crawl. I forgot the whole crawling part, crawling and walking, but even kids progress. So why do we feel like once you're an adult, that's it? No, baby, keep progressing. The moment you stop progressing, you might as well go pick out your casket because it's time. Time's up. You don't want to learn no more. Life has so much to teach all of us. You can't just give up. Go get a book. Go find a subject and keep going. You should always elevate yourself until the day it's time to go. Let's see. I am humble. I achieve with integrity. I advance through my abilities. I embrace the all. I love that. And I think that's where I am. I am embracing the all. I'm going to do, one of my podcasts is going to be, demons and, dark fallen angels and shadow work. Like, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Like, out of anything in the world, you should be your worst enemy. Because nobody knows how to defeat you like you. And you have to be careful what you say too, that I'm learning, because you could be telling the enemy your plays and they could use that playbook against you. And I'm just so open and such a sharer. I had to really take into account it's people out there that will really prey on you for their own personal gain. And I just think that's the saddest thing in the world. I would rather someone love me genuinely, flaws and all, than somebody pretend to get what they want, whether it's temporarily or forever. I just think that is just so sad that you couldn't be yourself. You had to be manipulative that you felt no one could love you for being who you are, your own self. I just think that's the saddest thing in the world. But yeah, that was the 42 ideals of Muahhh. And I want to make sure I say it right. The 42 laws. Make sure I say it right. 42 commands of Muahhh. I know some people say laws, but when I found it say the 42 commands of Muahhh. So I'm, into yoga and stretching and stuff now. A baby yogi. And I just thought it was about breathing, meditation, and yoga. No. It's a lot more. I was blown away when I learned this. I was like, what? We just be taking people's stuff and don't even be doing it the right way. Like, really? There's more to this? So in yoga, the guidelines are the Yamas and the Niyamas. They have been preserved through the centuries as a foundation, the first and second stage of the 8 stages of practice of yoga. Those 8 stages, excuse me if I say them wrong, are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Okay. So we're just going to go over 1 and 2, and I did not even know that. It says, the yamas are not limited by class, country, time, past, present, future, or situation. Hence, they are called universal great vows. Well, we just went over universal laws, right? Okay. Say yamas, guidelines for how we interact with the outer world, social relationships with others. And there are 10. So the first one is ahimsa, non-harming. Practice non-harming oneself or others by thought, word, deed, even in your dreams. It gives a little bit more, but this gets lengthy, you guys. Number 2, satya, truthfulness. Adhere to truthfulness, not intending to deceive others in thought as well as words and actions. I love how they break it down. Number 3, asitya, non-stealing. Uphold the virtue of not stealing, neither thieving, converting, nor failing to repay debt. All right. Number 4, barahakaya, divine conduct. Practice divine conduct, controlling lust and remaining celibate when single and faithful in marriage. Reminds me of the Christian one. Number 5, kashama, patience. Lord, exercise patience, restraining intolerance with people and impatience with circumstances. I need to put that above my bed and look at it every night. Number 6, dharati, steadfastness. Foster steadfastness, overcoming non-perseverance, fear, indecision, and changeableness. Number 7, daya, compassion. Practice compassion, conquering callous, cruel, and insensitive feelings toward all beings. Number 8, arajava. Maintain honesty, renouncing deception and wrongdoings. Act honorably even in hard times. Number 9, mitahara, moderate appetite. Be moderate in appetite, neither eating too much nor consuming meat, fish, shellfish, fowl, or eggs. Enjoy fresh, wholesome vegetarian foods that vitalize the body. Avoid junk food, drink in moderation, eat at regular times, only when hungry, and moderate pace, never between meals, in a disturbed atmosphere or when upset. Follow a simple diet, avoiding rice or fancy fare. I had to read that whole one, y'all. Y'all know vegan is a word, but like they said, eat fresh, wholesome vegetarian foods to vitalize your body. Eat what vitalizes your body. I don't never have to say vegetarian. Eat what fuels your body. If it doesn't fuel your body, you should not be consuming it. And it also put in here moderation, because I drink. Drinking is not good for your, liver, but moderation. Everything's in moderation. If you are going to eat junk food, do it in moderation. Like, eat healthy Monday through Friday, and on the weekends, go at it. That's just my Libra coming out, balance. Number 10, shakwa, purity. Uphold the ethic of purity, avoiding impurity in the mind, body, and speech. I love how they break that down, because my body could be straight, but I'm cussing you out in my mind. Or in my mind, I think I'm right, but I'm beating you up, which is wrong. Or I'm not physically touching you or thinking, bad, but I'm cussing you out. So I like how they, want to make sure that you are controlling all of them. Your mind, your body, and your tongue. It also says maintain a clean, healthy body. Keep a pure, uncluttered home and workspace. I need to do that. Keep good company. Keep away from pornography and violence. Never use harsh, angered, or indecent language. Worship devoutly and meditate devoutly. I want to put that in my routine daily. I definitely want to do that. Did I get to the other part yet? No, I did not. So I was writing them down, but since I didn't get to it, I'm just going to read it from here. The Niyamas is how we interact with ourselves, our inner world. It harnesses the energy generated from our practice and cultivation of the Yamas. It's about self-regulation and helping us maintain a positive environment in which to grow. The first one is Hari. Allow yourself the expression of remorse, being modest and showing shame for misdeeds. And that was remorse. The next one is Santasha, contentment. Nurture contentment, seeking joy and serenity in life. Be happy, smile, and uplift others. Live in constant gratitude for your health, your friends, and your belongings. Don't complain about what you don't possess. I have to say that again for me. Don't complain about what you don't possess. Identify with the eternal you rather than the mind, body, or emotions. Identify with the eternal you rather than your mind, body, and emotions. So there's 4 parts of us, you guys. Your mind, your body, your emotions, and then you. Your mind, your body, your emotion, and you. That's interesting. I have to dig a little bit deeper there. Keep the mountaintop view that life is an opportunity for spiritual progress. Live in the eternal now. I do have to remember that too, because I'm always 10 steps ahead. I have to live in the now because I won't get the now back ever again. Number 3, Dana, giving. Be generous to fault. Giving liberally without thought of reward. Tithe, offering 1/10 of your gross income as God's money to temples, Arisha, and spiritual organizations. Approach the temple with offerings. Okay, so I've already discussed what I'm going to do with my 10%. Okay, number 4, Niyama number 4. Ashtakaya, which is faith. Cultivate an unshakable faith. Believe firmly in God, God's guru, and your path to enlightenment. So they say God, so we know there's one. They also say God's with an S. They also say guru, and then they also say you, your path to enlightenment. I like that. Trust the words of the masters, the scriptures, and the traditions. Practice devotion to inspire experiences that build advanced faith. Be loyal to your lineage, one with your stature guru. See, we don't even have this stuff in our culture. Shun those who try to break your faith by argument and accusation, and avoid doubt and despair. So that's kind of, in the Christian world, they want you to stay away from, I think they call it blaspheme, different stuff like that. And because I remember I did not want to hear nothing about no other language, period. The next one is Ishvarpajana worship. Cultivate devotion through daily worship and meditation. Set aside one room of your home as God's shrine. Offer fruit, flowers, or food daily. Learn a simple puja and chants. Meditate after each puja. Visit your shrine before and after leaving the house. Worship in heartfelt devotion, clearing the inner channels to God, gods, and gurus so their grace flows towards you and loved ones. I love that. I don't make it a daily routine, but I do change the water and food. But I'm going to try to put daily things in my life. That's what my challenge could be. Sorry, y'all. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Mati, cognition. Develop a spiritual will and intellect with your Satyaruga's guidance, and strive for knowledge of God to awaken the light within. Discover the hidden lesson in each experience to develop a profound understanding of the life and yourself. Through meditation, cultivate intuition by listening to the still small voice within, by understanding the subtle sciences, inner worlds, and mythical texts. So that's where I am. Listen to this, you guys. Listen to the still voice and understand science, inner worlds, and mystical texts. Okay. Number 8, Varata, sacred vows. Embrace religion's vows, rules, and observances, and never waver in fulfilling them. Honor vows as spiritual contracts with your soul, your community, your God, God's guru. Take vows to harness the instinctive nature. Fast periodically. I think that's important. Pilgrimage yearly. Uphold your vows strictly, be they marriage, tithing, loyalty to lineage, veganism, or non-smoking. Number 9, japa, recitation. Chant your holy mantra daily, reciting the sacred sound, word, or phrase given by your guru. Bathe first, quiet the mind, and concentrate fully to let the japa harmonize, purify, and uplift you. Heed your instructions and chant the prescribed repetitions without fail. Live free of anger so that japa strengthens your higher nature. Let japa quell emotions and quiet the rivers of thought. I never thought of that. So meditation to me could be quieting the river of thoughts, because they are constant, you guys. Oh my goodness. Wow. So a chant can quiet the thought. That's why you say something. Okay. I was wondering why they always say a phrase or something. Number 10, tapas, practice serious disciplines, penance and sacrifice. Be adherent in worship, meditation, and pilgrimage. Atone for misdeeds through penance such as 108 prostrations or fasting. Perform self-denial, giving up cherished possessions, money, or time. Fulfill severe austerities at special times under a Sutra's guidance to ignite the inner fires of self-transformation. I think that's important. I think if we punish ourselves, you won't have to get punished. Like, let's say if the kid colors on the wall and when their mom gets there, they say, I'm sorry, I colored on the wall. What I'll do is I'll get some soap and water, I'll clean it off, and I'll give you my cell phone because I did a very bad thing. The parent wouldn't have to punish the child because the child already took care of it. So this is saying if you do bad, you know what I mean? Make penance on your own. Nobody have to give you a punishment. Clean it up on your own. And I need to start doing that. I think that is amazing. Whether it's no social media or, just smoothies this week. Something that you sacrificed and that you gave up. And then in the Christian world, they say the 10-day Daniel fast where you give up things. And I think it's another culture that does this too. Are they Muslims? I don't know. I'm still learning about my religion, y'all. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, this was from the it's a Namaste Principles Doctrines, Yamas and Niyamas. I thought this was so interesting, y'all. Click on the link and check it out. Now, the last one is from my favorite, Wikipedia. And it's the 613 commandments of the Jewish tradition. And it comes from the Torah. Now, apparently, we've got the Bible it was translated from Jewish, but I don't remember seeing these in there. So it basically says the negative commandments, number 365, which coincide with the number of days in a solar year. And the positive commandments, number 248, a number ascribed to the number of bones and main organs in the human body. Through the number 613 is mentioned in the Talmud. Its real significance increased in later medieval rabbinic literature, including many works listing or arranged by Mitzvot. And let's see here. It says the 613 have been divided into 3 general categories. Laws, which are commandments that are deemed to be self-evident, such as not to murder and not to steal. They commemorate important events in Jewish history. For example, the Shabbat is said to testify to the story that Hashem created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th day, and it is declared holy. And decrees are commandments with no known rationale and are perceived as pure manifestations of the divine will. It says many of them cannot be observed now due to the destruction of the Second Temple. Although they still retain religious significance, according to one standard, there are 77 positive and 194 negative that can be observed today, of which there are 26 commands that apply only within the land of Israel. Therefore, there are some time-related commandments for which women are exempt. Some depend on the special status of a person in Judaism, while others apply only to men or only to women. So I wanted to go over some of them. Of course, it's way too many to do. But they're pretty simple, like to have children with one's wife. Let's see, not to eat mixtures containing shazmet all 7 days of the Passover. A permanent or temporary hired worker must not eat from it. Let's see here. To set aside firstborn animals. Let's see. To know that there is a God. Not to even think that there are other gods besides him. Not to take God's name in vain. Not to murder. Not to kidnap. Hello. They need to put that on billboards all across America. Not to kidnap. Not to testify falsely. Not to covet and scheme. Not to build the altar with stones hewn by metal. It's something about metal. In one of the religions, metal was taught by one of the gods to humans, and it wasn't supposed to be. That was supposed to be for the God level, and we've done so much destruction and chaos with it. And this one is saying the God doesn't even want the altar with stones hewn by metal. Like, wow. Not to climb the steps of the altar. I remember that, like in church, there's steps to my altar, but the women have prayer towels, and if you have on a skirt or a dress, they'll just lay it over you. Let's see here. Now, this is what I don't like. Purchase a Hebrew slave in accordance with the prescribed laws. Who wants to be a slave is my question. I want a nanny and a cook. Will they be my servant or my slave? No. I'm going to ask them what their hours were, how much they want to pay. This is a job. You are not my slave. You could quit at any time. I don't know. Not to withhold food, clothing, and sexual relations from your wife. That's so cool. Not to strike your father or your mother. Not to curse your father or your mother. Let's see. Not to insult or harm or convert with words. Lend to the poor and destitute. Not to press them for payment if you know they don't have it. Hello, IRS. There's a lot of people out there. Not to intermediate in an interest loan, guarantees, witness, or right to adversary. Nope. Not to blaspheme. Not to eat meat of an animal that was mortally wounded. Do y'all know those animals are mortally wounded in the slaughterhouse? Hello. Definitely eating that meat. To rest on the seventh day. To serve the Almighty with prayer. To build a temple. To light the menorah every day. To burn incense every day. To prepare the anointing oil. Not to cook meat and milk together. To me, that's life and death. A baby drinks milk to live. Meat is dead, and it got blood on it. Not speaking of blood, not to eat blood. Anybody who knows evidence must testify in court. Hello, verse 48. Remove the ashes from the altar every day. Okay, so I need to do that because my ashes up there right now. To examine the signs of the animal to distinguish between kosher and non-kosher. Not to eat non-kosher animals. To examine the signs of a fish to distinguish between kosher and non-kosher. Not to eat non-kosher fish. Not to eat non-kosher fowl. So let me see if I can skip a little bit. Not to have sexual relations with your brothers. With your father's brother's wife, father's brother, your son's wife, brother's wife, woman and her daughter, woman and her son's daughter. Like, it's sad they have to put this in here, y'all. Be in awe of your mother and father. A woman must not have sexual relations with an animal. Really? A man must not have sexual relations with an animal. Really? A man must not have sexual relations with a man. Wow. That's number 208. Are we in the twos? 108. Wow. Leviticus 18:22. Let's not to embarrass others, to love other Jews, not to take revenge, not to bear a grudge. Oh, wow, so much to learn, y'all. Not to crossbreed animals. Hello, government. I'm going to stop right there. Uh-oh, no, I'm not. Not to tattoo the skin. I do. Leviticus 19:28. I'm getting some more this year, too. I got to redo my nose. A coma must not marry a divorcee. That's sad. Not to slaughter an animal and its offspring on the same day. Slaughterhouse, I bet they do. To offer only animals which are at least 8 days old. We kill them things as soon as they come out. Okay. So I'm going to stop because I'm only in the 100s. And this goes all the way up to 613. So click on the link. Very interesting. The more you know, the more you grow. Sharing is caring. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on all my other social media platforms by visiting my link tree, which is luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later.